Hello, welcome to the Citi Newsroom. I'm coming to you from Chanshegu in the Tamale South constituency, where over here I'm standing in a dam. On a rainy season, this dam goes high as the lines you see around me. But the dry season, it dries up. On today's edition of the Citi Newsroom, I'm visiting this community to look at their major challenge, which is access to potable water. We're told this challenge has been running for about 7 years, and when it happens, the area or the community virtually comes to a standstill. Why have we for years neglected this community who are suffering or having challenges in access to potable water? We'll speak to the women who are just behind me for days looking for water, and for some other residents in the community who are also in search of water on a daily basis. We'll also speak to the chief of the area. We'll speak to the assemblyman and get the story as it is happening here in this community. My name is Vivian Kai Loco. Stay with us. Now, women here, even though the pond is dried up, try to get water here. They dig or create holes along the dry place, and then the water, the bits of it, sip through. We'll look at that trick and how they do it. But let me start by speaking to this woman here. She's been since morning here trying to get water. So I'm going to bring in my correspondent to help me understand what she'll say with regards to this water challenge. Madam, you're welcome to the Citi Newsroom. Let's find out how long this challenge has been happening in this community.
This dam got dry about 2 months now.
We are told every year for the past 7 to 10 years this has been happening.
Nisa shall come to Bila Kwama Wahalan, Kavotra. Niman Mashi, Karanonte, Morso Pam, the Mamata voter man at the Bahayon, Leawum some Jenny. A mat to vote among Malacamatum voter mar, Kaliawum some Zanta Tena. The Malim dem just sachet and Jean Catanon Kwama Wahati and Daquam, Anquarama, 10 circa dara. Galma, Esri, Ede, Banquat Pinamala, 8,000 kata darla anwo katen dala hala na satami ken zura kamoni yam diaran ka shukuru be yulbe bial.
Yeah, this thing has been happening every year. This is how we go through for the past 7 years, and we are also we also live in Ghana and we vote. And you know, voting is something that will bring development to you. But for us here in Chanshegu, we don't know what we vote for. Look at it. Look at how we are suffering. Even to get water for our children to bath and then go to school is a challenge. So this is what we always go through here. And we don't know why we are here too. Even cooking sometimes is a problem for us here.
Is the MP aware? Has he come to this area to see their plight, especially during the dry season?
I want me to come out and get to a halatung namamang yirodi to a Kabakana to Zana, never in Zam can yaring and dip up with the shang. I don't mean quick cat Zam, Kabayering Yesham, Queno Miranama. The Madabanana.
He's aware. Even the chief himself have told him several times about this dam, and he himself used to come here. When he come, he will be standing up there, looking at it, and then he will ask to know how many pipes that it will need or what will be done for it. But that will end it. After he says he has listened to whatever is being said here, he will just go back and nothing will happen.
So do they contract diseases and all that through this pond, especially when it dries up and they have to suffer to get the water?
Dina nanka kwamna bierane kwama ibian ma nya futuma ina makan na tabatim dafun kare nanka inyola kakutu nyeduro danguna.
When the water is still there, the water people come to, put medicine in the water so that when we are drinking it, we might not be we might not get diseases from that. Yeah, so that is what is being done for us. Anytime the water is still there, Ghana Water Company will come and then put the water in place for us.
So today the dam is dried up. There's no water. If she's not able to get water from here, where will she get her water?
Sheila dama mi la arma kani. kat darma da tala kat darma amel na ka sha dam katru ku bor ni so nya sanzen ko original fata bai nta to konyor sonte yango kat gbaza ha yi ko pa ngoman.
Now, if from today, if I don't get water as I am here, it means that I have to go home and buy. Even if I don't have the money, I have to, struggle to buy water. Else, for today, I can't cook. And we were just looking forward for any benevolent person that will come to our aid and then make sure we have potable water.
Okay. Thank you very much. So this is the situation here. Now, if you look around me, the whole place is dried up. There are just drips of water, and you can see the foot marks as well as the drought look of the area, which is there's no water here. So just tiny drops of water over here, and behind me is what is left over of the dam. So this is what is left of the dam. Now what the women try to do is to create a line from all the way back there and then dig a hole at the center or at the edge of the water, what is left. And then the water sips its way through here. And then they fetch the water. This is what they get. So they put it down for a while, the particles settle in, and then this is what they get, which is very, very dirty. This is a Citi Newsroom. Stay with me. How long have you been in this community?
I've just born here.
You were born here, okay. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay. So for how many years have you seen this challenge of access to potable water since you were born?
Almost 7 years now. We haven't got any water from the pipe up to now.
Okay. Because earlier I was being told 5 months you've not seen water, but you're telling me this has been happening for 7 years.
Yes, 7 years.
So how do you survive in cases like this? I mean, for the past 7 years, relying on the tankers to provide you water, when they are not able to do that, how do you survive?
We are getting it from the dam, and right now the dam is dry. So there's no water from the dam again, unless we are buying it from the tankers and those who are using motorkins to save us.
Okay. So in such cases, how much you spend, you, for example, in your household, how much you spend on those tankers?
That one I can't explain. I can't say it because it's taking us a lot of money. Because currently we don't have anything to do. We are just sitting here, so we don't have anything to do again. We are just waiting for we are just pleading to the people who can save us to come and do the water for us.
Okay, thank you very much, Alasa. Let me go into a house proper to give you an idea of what happens here when this challenge starts. So let me go to this house. Knock, knock. I think I can come in. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. So this gentleman is the owner of this compound, I believe, and he's the father of this place. He also speak to us in a bit about the challenges here. But before that, if he can take me around the house, we'll do that for you to have a feel of how things are. This is actually a bucket. On a normal day, you should have some water, but it's empty. Well, I can see some other pots as well. There's a pot here where they used to store water. Let's see what the situation is with this pot. If it's a good time and there's water, this pot should be full. But if you look into that pot, it's virtually empty. So the pots that store the water are empty because they have no access to potable water. The whole place is a bit left cooking, not much happening here, activity. And also, if you look in these basins as well, they're all empty because there's not enough water to enable them to have the very normal or busy schedules of cooking and washing and all that over here. So let's speak to the owner of this compound on how he's able to deal with this, with his family not having access to potable water and all that. Tell us, how long have you not had potable water?
This is how to katulagiar kom. Intensioni. Nukulin pakira yo. Katulagiar kom. Nama kinya mapanya bala. Ninno kutu de yelso. no yen de ya pi na la bam kana nyam borsel den berni.
That is about 6 months today, and they are just managing on their own way. There's no water. The water is very scarce in this community.
So in cases like this, how do they cook? How do they wash? How do they do all these things?
This ama kom ko mal bukata ma tin no sem nye kom. Tin glme, tin shimi. Amal ko bai. Ka boto ki chambi tratan chang dana. Nto kwata agbada ga ibe de bata. Kara don ku bukia yil. Tu ko no sel ama te bien ke den ke yel ku bi yel ma. Te nol ku bi yel ka tin yel ma. Domi amal aben biago. Kara jouer ka somolo benzel kara sa ben dama benzel ma anto sa ben dama la ka chang nto borle di biet nga den sel biet de se am baim bam le sem ntile somme benzel anto pale o ko taka pale deso zang wasu kunyer za dan ye unta ko en biela te za hat barate unta ya.
That they use small money on them to buy water. So they will be expecting the motorkings and the tractors around to go far away from this community and get water for them, and they will buy. And then buying water on this nature cannot satisfy their needs because they don't have enough money to get enough water. So these are the challenges in the community. And they will go under the scorches of the sun, searching for the water, and then they can't get.
Okay. Does he have an idea how much he spends in a month on water, buying water?
Okay.
Di biel bi dana anto kariya ankora deba yeka bora anto yusu kosi yo point. Dama ban ko haro kosi ta ne pire ma anto yusu la kai sa yusu la biagane dal kara ko manan bien lu bien kala sa yakti vote ko hara kay yusu la algrama tu ko harisele.
So they buy in drums. When you are buying in 2 drums, you spend about 14 cedis. And then 2 drums, it is about 28 or 20 something like that. So they will use that one, and then every day, next day, they are going to use another 14 cedis for another drum. So if you are spending this money, where will you get the money to continue with the buying the water?
They have a dam. Why are they not fetching from this dam?
Pamela mol man. Yen be pam tinga de ka kantanga mblem to hari to yen be chang nin ya gar shaw to pamela.
Water at the dam over there is dry up, so there's no little water there again. So by you going there will be a living testimony for your case to establish. Not he will tell us what is happening there, but if you also go there, you will see that there's nothing there, and then they have no any other alternatives than to go in for buying.
So you heard from this gentleman here. He runs this home. He's saying that for close to 5, 6, 7 months, there's no being access to potable water. He's a farmer. If the rains don't set in anytime soon, he's not going to farm. And for some period now, they've been buying water for him and his family to be able to do some activities. Even that, we're told, is not in half because it costs them about 14 cedis for a day if they should buy this water. So you're still watching the Citi Newsroom. My name is Vivian Kai Loco.